to Max's Garage Mahal, and we've got a Pedal Pro Max here. This is the product right here and below us, and that's the bar, these two mounts, and this series of bolts, and only requires 2 tools to put this on. We're not using anything special on tooling, just a couple of end wrenches, and you'll see how well this goes on and what it's going to do for you. So there you get it one more time. Let's get this in here. Pedal Pro Max, pro pedals for all operators, made in the US of A. And we have over here, if you don't mind, Mr. Josh Duke at, where are we at?
We're at Cabot Outdoors, Cabot, Arkansas.
And it's located?
901 South Pine Street.
All right. And what's your phone number?
501-843-7956.
Outstanding. So appreciate you. He's loaning us this Hustler 54-inch. Now this is a rare model lawnmower. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Because it's really a click model for people that's got nice areas they want to mow, and
right,
they want to do it in style, and this is it. So this is like the sports car model of the Hustler Super Z line.
Yes, sir.
All right, so if you don't mind, let's go ahead and let's disassemble. Now, you've put the blocks under the deck already?
Yes, sir. I put 2x4s up on the end.
Okay, now, and the reason why we do that is
because you're going to take this bolt loose here, and if you didn't have this, the deck supported, the back of the deck would fall down.
Right.
Because this is connected.
Okay, it also connects to this lift link here for your deck height setting.
Right, right.
And basically that's all we're going to do is we're going to remove the original foot pedal, and then we're going to install the Pedal Pro Max with the 2 brackets here, and then you can use both feet on this if you like. So let's go ahead and get started.
First of all, we'll start off with a 9/16 wrench and a 3/4 inch wrench.
Okay.
You've got 2 1/2-inch bolts here.
All right. Now that 1/2 inch is the size of the bolt thread diameter,
yes.
and it's the bolt head is 3/4.
Yeah.
Very good.
Coarse threads.
Okay, so we're talking 1/2 13. Now you must have pre-loosened that.
I might have.
Now let's tell them about a little fail we had earlier, because I'll probably put that in this video. We were at your other store, and that was BB Lawn and Equipment, and we started to put that sucker on the X1, this very same Pedal Pro Max right here. And what happened, Mr. Duke?
We figured out that this deck has the VX4 deck and the X1 has the regular VX deck, and they're a little bit different, and they have a different design bell crank system, and the pedal arm is different. So this,
well, and this explains it too.
yeah. So I looked up the different models, the X1s, the X1. They both had the 124 291-1 pedal, and then I looked up a Super Z and a Super Z Hyperdrive, and they have the 124 147-1 pedal.
Right. So that makes a difference.
Yes, sir.
It
Yes.
don't. In other words, it don't fit.
Yeah, yeah. So this,
all right.
This Pedal Pro Max will fit the Super Z and the Super Z Hyperdrive, and I believe it's model year 17 and up.
18 and up, from what I understand. Well, anything that's got this cast iron
bell
crank system and bolt system.
So basically, if it has the chains, you can't use it. If it doesn't have the chains, then you can use it.
Correct. And now let me point out something real quickly too, and I think you'll agree with this. This bolt system is not your old Raptor SD. This sucker is the same width as my finger, and I got a big finger. Y'all take a look at that. You break that, then you don't need a lawnmower.
5/8 fine thread.
It is a 5/8, and that sucker is stout. And another thing too, they also followed my rule on that thing when I was doing mine. Change it over to they put Heim joints on the bottom.
Yeah.
All right.
And we've got several of these units over 2,000 hours, and I've not sold one of those hangers yet.
Well,
these
bummer.
guys can tear up anything. So.
That's the truth. You can tear up a, what is it called? Tear up anvil with a wet toothpick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to pull this side bracket off.
Okay.
Here.
You're not removing it. All you're doing is just pull it off the bolt.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
and it's got a Heim joint on that side.
Heim joint at the
allows
rear.
you to move it over.
That's great.
I've already pre-loosened these 2 3/8 bolts on the side here.
I figured you had to, because when you loosen them suckers down there at BB, it was a man's job.
Yeah, it takes.
Ladies, I apologize, but Now I'm going to come through from this side, and what you now there's another thing too. There's another clue to this, and it's right here.
So you've got a carriage bolt, and you've got a square hole here.
We trying to figure out where that square hole was going to go a while ago. We just figured you stick a 1/2 inch ratchet in there, or a brake over if you need to lift it for some reason.
Here's your two pieces. You'll see the Pedal Pro Max is going to fit in this hole down here on the end, and it's going to have a 5/8 bolt that's going to thread into that with a washer that's going to tie all that together.
Go this way too. All right, this looks good.
Same
material
thickness as a factory.
So you're not going to lose any density on your lift.
Right. So you take this, you set it on the inside.
Let me go around to the other side if you don't mind. I was going to install this, but Josh was nice enough to do this so I could film it and actually get better filming on it.
So they send you four new 3/8 bolts. We're going to use 2 3/8 bolts on this side, 2 3/8 bolts on the other side.
Okay.
Get the 3/8 bolts started.
And you start the lower one.
Then I'm going to take the carriage bolt and run it through.
Okay.
And then I'll run this back through.
Need some help? Oh, you got it. So it does show you one person can do this.
Then we take our nut, 1/2 inch nylock nut, thread it back on. Then I'll tighten
And since it's a carriage bolt, it doesn't. On all these, it only requires one wrench on each one of them.
Right, because these are the Pedal Pro Max is threaded.
Right. Excellent. I'm glad you got one of them twisty turny wrenches there. It makes it a lot quicker, doesn't it?
So then we're going to take our other 1/2 inch bolt that's supplied.
And we're going to.
It's going to go in this.
The heim joint. Now, what does this do again?
This is what sets your deck height.
This when you pull this pin out right here and you decide you want to raise or lower your deck, just choose your setting here. That raises the front, which the links then on both sides raises and lowers the deck, and that's what sets it right here. Also, they have this lock when you're operating. That's a nice little feature.
And that's at 5.5 inches.
Now, this is a patented lift system, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it?
I believe so.
Just like their brake.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, you know that went a lot smoother than that.
I forgot those flat washers on the other side. I'll pull them out here.
We'll back up and punt.
So I'm going to take this bar here.
Okay.
And I'm going to stick it in here.
And that bolt probably have to pull it in for a friction fit. I'll try to hold it up where you adjust on it a little bit. And I can get that bolt all the way out over here. This will make for a great place to put the new models are going to have an option where you can adjust this in and out for shorter, long guys. That'd be nice.
So before I put these 3/8 bolts in, I'm getting this lined up here.
Okay, yeah, because it's got to be straight to go in there. Now those holes are pre-drilled from the factory.
Correct.
So you're not having to drill anything anywhere on this mower. You don't have to make any changes to the mower at all.
And you can go back factory settings. You know.
Yeah, if you decide you want to sell it and keep your Pedal Pro Max, then all you got to do is remove 5 bolts. Ready?
These are 15/16.
So those are 5/8 bolts, 15/16 head.
Yeah, and I forgot a 15/16 wrench, but all you got to do is pull that down and it'll seat up against this flat.
So it's got a seat right here, and that's going to pull it in. So
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, now let's get a look at it. Now I like the looks of it, to be honest with you. It gives it some symmetry.
And the black, you know, looks good with the wheels and everything else.
Actually does. That really sort of just finishes it out, doesn't it? All right, I like that. Yeah. That's plenty strong enough right now. You want to jump up there and demonstrate if you don't mind? Get this out of the way. Pardon me. All right, left foot.
You got somebody that doesn't have a bad hip on the right. You can do one foot, right foot, both feet.
Now, does that feel, using both feet, how's that feel compared to one?
It feels, I think anybody that has trouble lifting one, you know, they could use this and it would help it, you know, lift a lot.
I think it would too. Another thing too, I've thought about, and I've talked to the manufacturer, Mr. Philip Moss. I've talked to him about, at some point in time, adding a bracket on here that would be like another footboard that'd come out and up for the people that have, well, you and I are a little height challenged, and there's some people what are not.
Right.
So, you know, like old George Simpson there in that Hustler Motor Owners official group, he's always talking about having to put his feet out over the front tires.
Right.
So he must not be a worm like me and you. He must be one of them big old tall trees. That would be a great place to put your feet when you're not having to lift, if you had a padded rester.
And one thing I like about the Hustler is your ability. You set your pin to your designated height. You push it all the way up, it latches.
It locks in place.
You pull it back down. Say you've got a tree that has roots,
Right.
or a driveway, concrete driveway. You can pick this up, and as long as you don't push it all the way up to the latch, you never have to take your hands off the steering sticks.
So if you're crossing like a small
berm
or a ditch, and you don't want to scalp the top of that,
I'll pick it up and I'll feather it.
Until you start down.
Yeah.
So that you can continue your lines.
Yeah. And,
right.
And other manufacturers out there have electric deck lifts or you know, whatever, and you've got to physically take your hand off.
Right.
And they're not as fast as you know.
Yeah, I mean, this is immediate.
If you come up on an obstacle, you can pick up and
yeah, your input is right then. That's right. So I do like this Pedal Pro Max. I think it's going to be a great improvement to. It's not going to be an improvement to the mower. It's going to be a real improvement to the operator and the operations of the mower.
And anybody that would have a problem, a right hip, right knee.
Knees. I got bad knees,
bad
so.
ankle on that right hand side.
Yeah. Now I've already tried one of these, so I know what I think about them. But you know, it doesn't really matter. But your opinion is that you think this is definitely an improvement.
I like it, and it's going to be a good thing.
Well, we need to get her opinion. You got a moment? Can you sit on this for us and just throw it around, see what you think? 'Cause, I mean, we need somebody to let us know what they think, because Josh and I have already got our opinions. Come on, who are you?
I'm Gwenna.
Gwenna. Nice to meet you, Gwenna. I'm Max at Max's Garage Mahal. Just jump up on that thing, and this is a Pedal Pro Max.
Now what am I supposed to be doing?
All right,
Put your feet up here.
raise and lower that deck. Use either foot, both feet. See what you think.
Pull up on that. No, on that. This piece right here.
Oh,
Push down
push down?
with your feet,
Yeah?
and now pull up on that.
It won't do it.
There you go. You got it. Now you can let it down. That goes to your mowing height right there.
Oh, okay.
Now, do it with one foot. Do it with your normal foot, your right foot. Okay, now try your other foot. Okay, so about the same pressure. When you agree. Okay, we'll try both feet. See what you think. Now we hadn't adjusted the seat for you or anything. It's just you just got thrown on this thing and asked your opinion. Now let me ask you to do one more thing, Gwenna. Put your foot right over here where you normally would have it, and then put your other foot down. Now push that and lift it. Lift your deck. Okay. Now let her back down, and then put your feet in the center. Now put one foot, either one, in the center of this Pedal Pro Max and push it. Which is easier, out there or in the center? Can you tell the difference?
Easier for me.
I think it'd be easier for anybody because it's a direct run. You're not having to put pressure on your hip, pressure on your knee and your ankle.
Yeah.
It's just a direct push. So would you recommend this to anybody else besides yourself?
Oh yeah.
You like it? Great. Well, that's what we wanted to hear. Well, we sure do appreciate it. Nice to meet you, Glenna.
Nice to meet you.
And thank you for taking the time. All right. Well, Josh, we appreciate you, sir, allowing us to come into your great facility.
Anytime.
And where we at?
Cabot Outdoors,
And-
901 South Pine Street, Cabot, Arkansas.
All right. Well, Josh.
501-843-7956.
Perfect. So, and what do you always say at Max's Garage Mahal besides y'all come back see us now? You hear? You say,
Like.
subscribe, like, share.
Thumbs up.
Gotta have it thumbs up.